The Daughters of the American Revolution, or DAR, is an organization for women who can trace their lineage to individuals who fought in or lent support during the Revolutionary War. The Cheat River chapter, a local branch of this national group, focuses on promoting patriotism, preserving history, and fostering education. Patriotism is at the heart of DAR. We honor the legacy of our Revolutionary War ancestors and are dedicated to celebrating and respecting all veterans. Some of our projects have included mailing care packages to veterans, participating in Wreaths Across America, and collecting items to send to the local VA hospital. Historic preservation is a key priority for DAR. Members engage in various projects, including cemetery preservation and partnerships with local historical societies to educate the community and safeguard our heritage for future generations. Members of DAR champion education within our community through initiatives such as essay contests, educational programs, and Constitution Week ceremonies. DAR offers valuable resources and opportunities for all. The Buckwheat Festival's theme this year, The Place I Belong, resonates deeply with our members and our mission. Patty Benedum will share what makes Arthurdale special to her.
Arthurdale stands as a landmark in American history as the nation's first New Deal homestead community. Established in the 1930s under President Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration, Arthurdale was a beacon of hope during the Great Depression, offering struggling families a chance at a self-sufficient rural life. Eleanor Roosevelt played a pivotal role in Arthurdale's development, personally overseeing the acquisition and relocation of an abandoned church to serve as its community center. This church, purchased for $100 from my grandparents, holds deep personal significance, symbolizing a connection to Arthurdale's enduring legacy. Despite facing challenges and changes over time, Arthurdale remains a testament to the New Deal's commitment to uplifting Americans in times of economic hardship. Today, the Arthurdale Heritage Museum preserves this rich history, ensuring that future generations can appreciate its significance. For those like me, whose family history intertwines with Arthurdale's story, this community represents not just a place, but the place I belong.
Rachel McCrum Miller will discuss the importance of the Virginia Iron Furnace located near Albright.
I'm here at the Virginia Furnace near Albright. This 18th century water-powered blast iron furnace attracted skilled workers and their families to our area. During its peak, it was capable to smelt 25 tons of forge-grade pig iron each week. This type of brittle iron was useful in casting. I'm thankful for the 1933 efforts of my grandmother, Mary Elizabeth McCrum, and her friends at the Daughters of the American Revolution and the Kingwood Lions Club for preserving this site as part of our local history. I'm Rachel Miller, and this is the place where I belong.
Amy Jones will tell us about Revolutionary War patriot Thomas Brown, his family, and his home in Reedsville.
Hi, I'm Amy Jones, and this house behind me is the historic Colonel Thomas Brown house, completed in 1837. It's located near Reedsville. Thomas Brown was born in Virginia in 1760 and enlisted in the Virginia troops in October 1780 at the age of 20 to fight in the Revolutionary War. Thomas fought in the pivotal Battle of Cowpens in January 1781, and in 1832 he was awarded a pension for his service. In 1802, Brown moved his family to a 578-acre farm in Preston County, where he built this home that still stands today. His descendants carried forward his legacy of service, with one son fighting in the War of 1812 and 7 grandsons fighting in the Civil War, one being Private Thornburg Bailey Brown, notably becoming the first Union soldier killed in the Civil War. Thomas Brown's children and grandchildren became influential citizens, contributing significantly to the development of Preston County and West Virginia through their roles in the community. I love historic houses and have always admired this house as I drive by. I love the stone and the 12/12 panes. It is truly the place where I belong.
Tracy Burns will explain the significance of Fairfax Stone, situated at the intersection of Preston, Grant, and Tucker counties.
I'm Tracy Burns with Cheat River Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution, and I'm out at Fairfax Stone Park, located at the junction of Preston, Grant, and Tucker counties, as well as the West Virginia-Maryland border along the north branch of the Potomac River. This is a site rich in historical significance. Originally marking the western boundary of land granted to Lord Fairfax by the British Crown in the 1700s, the stone played a crucial role in defining early land boundaries. In 1957, the West Virginia Central and Pittsburgh Railway Company donated the site to the state, and it was incorporated into the state's park system. The original sandstone pyramid marking Lord Fairfax's boundary, inscribed with FX, was destroyed by vandals in 1910. It was replaced, and when the area was designated a state park, officials installed a new marker, a natural boulder with a bronze plaque, preserving the historical significance of the site for future generations. And that's why it's the place that I belong.
Karen Kurilka will share information on James C. McGrew and his significance to our county and state.
Hi, I'm Karen Kurilko here at the historic McGrew House in Kingwood. This beautiful home was built in the early 1840s by James C. McGrew, a key figure in local and national history. Today, the home stands as a reminder of the tension-filled days prior to and throughout the Civil War, a time when men like McGrew were called into service as representatives to the Virginia Convention, where secession from the Union was hotly debated. McGrew was influential in advocating for the creation of West Virginia as a pro-Union state. While he was in Richmond, Mrs. McGrew stayed behind with their children, anxiously awaiting his return. Throughout the war, whenever Confederate forces drew near, the family lived in fear for their safety, as McGrew and other representatives from the western counties of Virginia had voted against secession, branding them as traitors in the eyes of some. The grounds around the house have many unusual and rare trees and shrubs, many of which were imported and planted by McGrew. Among them are 3 towering trees that are candidates for West Virginia's champion tree designation: a larch, a European beech, and an unusually large lilac that has outgrown its typical shrub status. Following McGrew's death in 1910, the property changed hands several times and was eventually slated for demolition in the 1990s. But thanks to a group of dedicated volunteers, the home was saved by securing its place on the National Register of Historic Places. Now managed as a museum by the McGrew Society, it celebrates McGrew's legacy and the Civil War era. That the home survives at all is a symbol of the nation's resilience and our local community spirit. As a member of the McGrew Society, Preston County is the place I belong.
Barb Miller will talk about the Hagens homestead in Brandonville and highlight some of the contributions of Harrison Hagens to our region.
The Hagens homestead in Brandonville, built in 1830, offers a window into Preston County's history and the pioneering spirit of its early settlers. Remaining in the Hagen family for generations, the homestead preserves its historical integrity and serves as an educational resource on 19th century rural life in West Virginia. Established by Harrison Hagens, who arrived in Preston County around 1815, the homestead reflects his significant contributions to the area. Hagens founded 8 stores, served as Brandonville's postmaster, and championed road development to connect northern Preston County with key routes. He promoted 4 major roads and played a crucial role in West Virginia statehood, participating in wheeling conventions and influencing Congress. Additionally, he served in the West Virginia legislature, the County Court of Preston County, and as a justice of the peace. That's why Preston County is the place I belong.
Maureen Connolly Durst will talk about the history of the Old Stone Tavern in Aurora.
So this historic Red Horse Tavern, also known as the Old Stone Tavern, located in what was once the German settlement and is now Aurora, is a cherished landmark reflecting this region's heritage and architectural charm. Built around 1825 as a residence for the Grimes family, the home transitioned to a public inn when the Northwestern Turnpike reached this area, catering to travelers along this important route. So during the Civil War, the Turnpike was crucial for troop movements. With most local residents supporting the Union, the tavern's heavily wooded grounds were used to hide horses and livestock during the Confederate raids. So it provided a vital refuge for this community. And this beautiful community is the place where I belong.
Tammy Livengood will detail the history of the old Terra Alta Bank.
Hi, I'm Tammy Livengood. As the financial hub of Terra Alta during its peak, the Terra Alta Bank played a crucial role in Preston County commerce and development, and was the only bank in the county that remained open during the Great Depression. In 1993, the Preston County Historical Society purchased the building, and it's now known as the History House Museum. The Historical Society's efforts in preserving the Terra Alta Bank building underscores its commitment to maintaining the county's rich heritage. The Terra Alta Bank remains a tangible link to the past, illustrating the town's historical evolution and the importance of preserving architectural landmarks as symbols of community heritage and resilience. As both a member of the Cheat River chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution and an officer of the Preston County Historical Society, Preston County is the place I belong.
Linda Hartman Huggins will describe why the Tunnelton Railroad Depot is a key part of our county's history.
I am in Tunnelton, West Virginia. This town was named after the tunnel built through the mountain in 1858. At the time it was built, it was the longest in North America and one of the greatest engineering triumphs of its time. During the Civil War, the Confederates tried to destroy the tunnel in a raid in 1863, but was unsuccessful. This was a major tunnel on the B&O main line between Baltimore and Wheeling during the Civil War. This building I'm standing in is the Tunnelton Depot, and it was built in the early 1900s and had a pivotal role in the county's transportation history. The depot served as a vital hub for the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, facilitating the movement of goods and passengers through West Virginia. Much of the labor force for the tunnel was provided by immigrant workers. Many of these workers are ancestors of a large number of the citizens of Preston County. These ancestors may be our grandparents, great-grandparents, and great-great-grandparents. And this is why Preston County is a place where I belong. Today, the Tunnelton Depot stands as a silent reminder of a period of prosperity that was enjoyed by the town and the people of Preston County.
Donna Lockery will provide insights into the Roseburg Historic District.
Hi everyone, I'm Donna Lockery. Roseburg was first settled in the late 1700s and was incorporated in 1858. Even the Civil War soldiers knew the importance of this town with its river and bridges. High above is Cannon Hill, where Union soldiers were able to save the bridge below from the Confederates. This former school building I'm standing in front of, now the Szilagyi Center, was built in 1910. Many early homes built here were centered around the railroad, timber, and limestone industries. On the West Virginia State Seal is the Tray Run Viaduct, which spans over the gorge overlooking Cheat River. This town hosts several festivals and events every year, bringing together the young and old to celebrate our heritage. Some of this happens right here with museums inside to commemorate our past. Roseburg has been listed in the National Register of Historic Places since 2005. This is Roseburg, where I belong.
As you can see from these short videos, Preston County is rich in history, from the Revolutionary War to the Civil War, to the birth of West Virginia as a state, and to the Great Depression. These are just a few of the many historical sites that make Preston County the place we belong.